Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by today. I really appreciate you taking time to look at the things that I've been creating. I haven't been around for about the last 3 weeks. Um, I had a family member with a serious medical issue and they have just now, they're getting back on their feet and doing quite well. So I was able to get into the craft room and I thought I would show you how I finished up my little peekaboo elves that I had started creating. So that'll be my first video coming back, and then I'll be showing you some other things that I've been in the process of making. So let's go on with this for now for today, and I'll explain what I've done to these little things. Now, I'm not a card maker. I don't usually make cards, but I just loved making these, and I had so much fun, so much fun. Um, I made a series. I think there's, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, yes, 10 cards here. And the sentiment inside for Christmas is the same on all of them. And I put a little handmade, especially for you, and my Everland by Jill logo on the inside. So in that respect, they are all the same. As I mentioned before, I created these little elves. I fussy cut them out. I matched them up with what I wanted for the frame and wanted them peeking inside, like they're peeking in the window to look at you and check out your holiday festivities. The background of the frames is textile, and on the textile I have also stitched some of the elements so that it had some lovely texture on here. Now the other thing I did was I added some texture paste along the edge because it's Christmas time, and where I live in the Laurel Highlands of Pennsylvania, U.S., it's very snowy in the winter, and I thought these perfect little additions for this time of year and for a Christmas card. The next thing I did was I did splatter, little white splatters, not too much, and I added here some little glossy accents to bring out the eyes in this little peekaboo elf. So there she is, lovely as can be. So let's move on to the next one. Here's my little fella. He's all done now. You can see, you can't tell that they were, oops, I'll have to fix that. You cannot tell that they were, in other words, the textile's covered up by the inside of the card. And I added little labels here, glossy accents, a tiny bit of texture paste on these evergreen boughs. And again, the stitching behind with the glossy accents on the little eyes. So here he is. Here's looking at you, kid. This little one's so cute, Let It Snow. She's such a pretty little girl, isn't she? All finished up. She has her Let It Snow. She has texture paste down here in the snow on the front of the card. Few light sprinkles. You can't really see them on here because the background is very light anyway. But there she is with her little glossy eyes, glossy accent eyes. So cute. Happy holidays. Again, the same kind of elements with a little label, some texture paste, and around here on the bottom. Oops, around here on the bottom. She's peeking in at you. And there's a little pine cone hanging from some gold thread and French knots on the textile on this one. So cute. And she's saying happy holidays. So if you have any questions how I made these, I'd be happy to answer your questions. Just leave a comment and your question in the comment section below, and I will get back to you on that. These are for personal use, so I won't be putting them up in my Etsy shop. And all these little peekaboo elves that I created are also not up on my Etsy shop. But what I'm going to do, because you guys have been so good, is I made another batch of little elves, and I'm working on them now. I'm going to put them up for free in my Ko-fi shop. And when they go up, I will post on Instagram that they are there and available for you for free to download if you'd like to use them in your Christmas makes. This little guy, love his boots. Splatters. I put a few little dots on his hat and his snowball decoration on the top of his hat. And this little girl, they decant the stitching on this textile and then some French knots on the textile as well, just to represent snow and snowflakes along with the rest of the elements on the page. And on this one, as well as on this one, I did not use glossy accents on their eyes, as you can see, but I did use it on the labels on the cards. And I think if I tip it, yeah, you can see that. And I do like that effect. It makes it look more dimensional. So there's those two. Here's my next pretty little girl, some lazy daisy stitches, some French knots, glossy accents, beautiful little sentiment, warm and cozy. And there she is, all finished up, waiting to go to her new home. These were so fun to make. I just loved it. Again, I used French knots here. I just love the feel of those. And you can feel this texture paste that makes you want to rub your hands across the front of the card just to feel all the different textures. Such a cute little Santa elf. Look at how cute he is. I also put glossy accents on some of the berries on this one. And white splatters as well. And this one, it was one of my favorites. I think he's just adorable in his little boots. And if you didn't notice, I just, and you look at my Instagram, you'll see that shoes and boots. I just love to put shoes and boots on the characters that I create. And he came out so cute, I thought he had to stand to the front. This is the textile I used on that other card. And again, did some stitching and some French knots. Some texture paste and some splatters. And again, this little label here is glossy accents. And I let this textile kind of overhang the edge and let it be scrappy. I like a scrappy look. I'm not going to ever be perfect or have perfection on my work. So you won't see that here at this channel. And this little guy, one of my favorites also. Look at him peeking around the corner. He's just so cute. I did just little tiny seed stitches all across the back of that to represent a little snow out there. White splatters, glossy accent on the eyes. And he also is all done and ready to go to his new home. So I hope you like these. I just love making them. I wish I had had time and to get in here and film as I went along so you could have seen me do it, because I did each step one at a time. I laid them out, and then with the textile I went and stitched them, and I stitched them all. Then I attached the stitching, and then I came back once the stitching was on and looked at them and thought, okay, I need some texture paste. So then I went around through all of them and added the texture paste. And then I said, well, I think I want some white sprinkles on there. So I added those across all of them. So it was rather in a mass make mode that I did these. The other thing I did all at one time was the glossy accents. So while I had the 10 cards laying out, I thought, I think I want to use some glossy accents on their little eyes and someplace on the card. So I went through and added all those. So I hope you like them. I hope you stop back often. I have some new things I'm going to be making with Advent book for papers found on Tracy Fox's. If you're not familiar with Tracy Fox, Fox Creative, go out and catch her papers. She has a wonderful Advent. Let's see if I have the front. I don't think I have the front page, but she has 5 little stories. A Christmas Crush is just one of them. And her husband Jay has written the stories, and she has provided all of the graphic elements and the pages. So I started on that, and I was hoping to video that today. However, as I prepped for this, I thought, well, I'll start all of my printing. And then my printer ran out of one color ink, and it won't print unless all the ink cartridges have ink in them. So I had to put that on hold. But as soon as the ink comes, which should be this week, I will be back up with another video showing you how I prep that. I can't wait to get started on that. It's just going to be so much fun. So jump out to Tracy's YouTube channel. Take a look at her Advent 2024. It's actually called, hang on one second.
Hey guys, my name is Jennifer.
Well, it's not that channel. I'll have to look. I've logged out of YouTube on my one account, and I need to log in on the other one. But I'll put a link to her channel down below so that you can find it easily. And in the meantime, I'd love to hear what you have to say about these. Give me some suggestions. What do you like? What don't you like? I'd be happy to incorporate them into all of your comments into future projects. In the meantime, I want to thank you again so much for taking time to sit down with me and look at these. I appreciate all of you being here, the time it takes for you to pop on YouTube and take a look at the items I make. I'm just so, so grateful. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoy the rest of the week and do something you love. And we will see you here next time.